everybody, this is Cookie with Cookies Meow. So today is June 1st, so we're going to go ahead and go over May's spending report. As you can see here, this is what I spent in the month of May. I spent $6,416.26. Out of that, I spent almost $2,000, $1,901.42 on a motorcycle. That includes the shocks in order to lower it and the motorcycle itself off of Facebook. I'm very happy with this purchase. I have been riding it a lot here recently. Sadly, I won't be able to ride it today because it's raining. This is for my car. $386.35 went to gas and fuel because I had to get it. I'm filling up both mine and my boyfriend's tank right now. And then this auto repair and replace is, I'm actually not entirely sure what this auto repair and replace is. I know some of it was I had to get new windshield wipers. Oh yeah, I also had to replace this month very early. I had to get my boyfriend's car or van into the shop, and then I also replaced the window when hail damage broke his window. This is all tracked in a tracking account where that he will pay me back eventually. It's just right now I know that he doesn't have the money while I do. And then we'll go back to the reports. So that covers the car, which is at 16%. And then we'll go to giving, which is at $20 a week. This looks very high, but a lot of this also is stuff that he will pay me back slowly. $15.89 or $15.98 was gifts for my mom because it was Mother's Day in the months of May. I don't know why it says acts of kindness 0 here. I'm pretty sure I gave a couple cents to a roundup on a receipt. But the rest is Adventureland tickets and giving him money to help him get through with groceries and stuff for the month of May. Again, most of this will be paid back to me. It's just not this month, so it does come out as a spending. I spent 12% or $773.69 on food. This is kind of high, but I am taking in consideration that instead of just giving him money to cover food, I have been just covering food. I also spoiled my family and we went out to eat for Mother's Day, and we also went out to eat to celebrate him getting his CDL. So my restaurants category is kind of high this month. My groceries category is hovering where it normally hovers, which is about 400 because I usually do about 100, 125 a week. Energy drinks, you can see, are still at 100. That is my normal. I tried so hard to cut this back to get this lower than 100, but it still hovers there. So I try to just know that that's how much I'm going to spend on energy drinks. Convenience food and fast food are great, 5 and 6% basically for both. I used to be very bad with fast food and convenience food. Now I actually pack my work lunches and I don't go out and I don't stop at gas stations as much anymore. This will go back up when we go over the road, but right now I'm very happy to see those numbers that low. Especially given the fact that I know like half of this is one visit to McDonald's. So that's just how expensive fast food has become. Let's go back to total spending. And we'll look at my bills. Bills sit at $571.84. This is really nice. This doesn't really change. My bills are all the same. I pay half of rent. I pay my phone bill. I pay half electric. I pay half of water. I pay half of propane. I pay half of internet. These all kind of stay the same. This kind doesn't fluctuate. This doesn't fluctuate. This kind of fluctuates, and this kind of fluctuates. But the rest of it stays the same every single month. So this number does not really change much now that I've moved in with my boyfriend. You will see here that I have a category for my RV. I was not putting any money in this, but I did have some money saved in my sinking funds. So this month we did get new batteries for the RV because all 3 batteries were shot over winter. I've killed it multiple times. I'm never disconnected them like you're supposed to during wintertime because I was planning on selling it. Well, we've decided to keep it, and we're going to go camping in it and trying to make the best out of it because it is a very good camper or a very good RV that, unless I can get what I want out of it, I don't plan on selling it anytime soon. This is how much it took to basically fill up half the tank. As you can see, it's a phenomenal amount of money. And then I was going to pay for a parking spot somewhere to park it, but if it's in our driveway, so we've decided to just not worry about it and sit it in the driveway, which has worked out pretty well. Next is short-term savings. Short-term savings, my Roth IRA comes out of this. I put this under short-term savings because I was tired of seeing money that I know I'm saving this come out of my savings account. So I know I'm saving this back for long-term stuff, but in the month it looks short-term because it barely hits my bank account before I pull it back out to send to my Roth IRA. Education is I took a couple classes. Trying to think. I know I took a motorcycle class this month, but I think I paid for it the month before. I'm actually not entirely sure what this education went to. It could have gone to some of my paperwork I had to fill out for my classes that I start in spring or start in fall. We will see. I'll have to look that up. The next one after short-term saves is home. And home is just home supplies. I usually put everything I buy for home supplies under home supplies. And toiletries. That was just basically things we needed for the house that had fallen apart, or we needed toilet paper or paper towels or paper plates, and that just goes under home supplies. And the next one is taxes and fees. So that one's not very interesting. That's just usually how much I spend in sales tax. Subs is $22.99. If you look at my actual subs category in my budget, it's higher than this, but that is just because the only thing that comes out monthly is my YouTube premium, while everything else is a yearly subscription. So even though I put more money back every month, it only comes out once a year. Entertainment was $10.70. We were going to go camping, so I spent about 90 something on spots. And then ended up figuring out that it wasn't going to work out, and so I had to pay a $10 return fee or cancellation fee. So I ended up only spending $10.70. And these two are just miscellaneous. Like, this is an ATM fee that I paid for, but my bank does give me back my ATM fees, so I already have the $3 back from last month that I just put towards something else for next month, since I do cover it as it comes and don't let it be negative until the end of the month. Anyways, that covers my May spending. I do like looking at the spending by payee. It's usually not all that interesting. Like, you can see that I bought the motorcycle off of Marketplace, so that's why that one's so big. Helping out my boyfriend, that's why that one's so big. And then Walmart is usually up here with the after rent or whoever I pay for rent. That's usually where that is, because I pay him for bills, and then I have Walmart usually next, and then it kind of tapers off into a bunch of other little things. Income sources for the month of May was $3,489.56. That is very below my average. As you can see, even for the past couple months, I have been making above $4,000. So this is the first actual month of my job where that I was making less than I normally do. And you can see that even in my weekly budgets, I was covering a lot of overspending. I'm having to shrink the amount that I'm used to spending and saving. Like, I've had to pause a lot of my savings because I just don't have the extra income until I can wrap my mind around making so much less, or we go to do something that pays more. I'm also been helping my boyfriend these past couple months with bills because of him going into CDL school, so that also is going to reflect in these negative numbers. That's why you can see that The last positive net income ratio I had was back in March, because this month I paid for a lot of vacation stuff, as you can see up here in the short term savings. And then this month I've been helping him out, and then also I got the motorcycle, which I know a lot of people are going to say, why are you buying a motorcycle when you're currently going into the negatives because you're helping out your boyfriend and you're making so much less? And the answer to that is I saved for this in a separate savings, and I have been wanting to get a motorcycle, especially since it's cheaper to roll around in this nice weather that we usually get during summertime. So I'm hoping that as the weeks wear on and I start using the motorcycle more instead of my car and his van, that this will even itself out with fuel costs and all of that. And then the last one I like to look at is the income breakdown, which I'm not going to show that. I'm not going to show that because I don't need to see the smaller categories. I already saw all that. And this is just an overview of my income I want to do last month of my income and what came out. And as you can see from this month, because I bought that motorcycle, it's going to look very wonky. If we took out this almost $2,000, you would be able to see that, if you can look at this would be much less. It wouldn't be gone, but it would be much less if I took out the motorcycle, which I had savings for prior. But I did dash a little bit, not a whole lot, only about $60. That all went into savings. Laser Logistics is my actual employer, and I made $2,742.91 this month. I got some interest, I got some cash back, I got some payment from the business that ended up going back. This one just went in and then went right back to the business to cover a business expense. And then yard sale, I made $286 off of Jeremy's yard sale. And then I made a little bit more, or I made about $215 off of Jeremy's stuff that went to him buying his kids' Adventureland tickets. And then this is what I got back. It's been very positive with how much I've been giving to him and giving back, but it's still a lot of money inflowing and outflowing, as you can see, because like the giving is really high, and I did not get very much back this month yet from him. So, all right, thank you so much for watching. I hope this was informative to anybody, and if anybody has any questions, please leave them in the comments below. I'm hoping here soon to start up savings challenges again as I get more comfortable with the new budget and start saving back up the money that I spent on both him, the vacation in July, and also my new motorcycle. Just let me know if you have any questions, anything that you like to tell me about in your own budgets. But for now, I will say goodbye. Thank you so much for watching.